Have you ever thought that a shopping cart full of so-called healthy foods in the supermarket could actually contain silent killers, from heavy metals in fruit puree pouches, bacteria in salad mixes, to toxins in imported cheese? Older adults are the group paying the highest price. Today we will analyze 9 grocery items to avoid at all costs and reveal 2 types of foods that are truly safe and trustworthy. 9. Bagged salad mixes. You walk into the supermarket, see those neat salad bags labeled pre-washed, ready to eat, and believe you are choosing a smart, healthy meal. But the harsh reality is that this could be one of the most dangerous foods for seniors. The frightening point lies in a bacteria called Listeria, which can survive and continue multiplying even inside the refrigerator. While most bacteria are slowed down by cold temperatures, Listeria is different. A bag of greens only slightly contaminated on day 1 can become a breeding ground of bacteria just days later. This was proven in several shocking cases. In 2015, the Dole plant in Ohio was identified as the source of a Listeria outbreak that hospitalized 33 people and killed 4. In 2021, Fresh Express had to recall Caesar Mix nationwide after Listeria spread across 13 states, leaving many severely ill. For seniors, the risk is even more severe. A weakened immune system makes them vulnerable to the bacteria invading the blood and nervous system, causing sepsis, meningitis, and not a few cases of death. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, most of the severe cases linked to bagged salads are older adults. The root cause comes from mass production. When greens are collected from multiple farms, mixed together in giant wash tanks, and packaged, just one contaminated batch is enough to turn tens of thousands of salad bags into a source of infection. For consumers, especially older adults, the lesson is very practical. Prioritize buying whole vegetables. Wash them at home and consume the same day. If you must buy pre-mixed salads, eat them immediately instead of storing them in the fridge. And more importantly, regularly follow recall alerts from the Food and Drug Administration, the United States Department of Agriculture, or the Centers for Disease Control to protect yourself and your family. A bag of salad may look like a symbol of convenience and health, but in many cases it is more like a dangerous gamble. For older adults, ready to eat has never meant safe to eat. 8. Frozen fruit. A bag of strawberries or blueberries in the freezer seems like the perfect solution for a quick smoothie. But hidden inside is a risk few expect: hepatitis A. Unlike many bacteria that are suppressed by freezing, this virus does not die in cold storage and can survive for months. That means a bag of frozen fruit may carry pathogens from the farm through packaging and transport, and finally into the freezers of millions of households. In recent outbreaks, imported strawberries have repeatedly been identified as the source. In 2016 and again in the period 2022 through 2023, U.S. health authorities had to issue large-scale recalls after numerous hepatitis A cases were reported, mostly from eating frozen fruit without cooking. Younger healthy people may recover from the illness, but for seniors with weaker resistance, hepatitis A can linger, causing exhaustion and serious liver damage. The lesson here is very clear. If you want to use frozen fruit, cook or boil it first before eating. Just one simple step can turn a risky smoothie into a safe meal. 7. Canned tuna. Canned tuna has long been seen as a cheap, convenient, protein-rich source of omega-3, appearing in millions of meals every week. But few realize that along with these benefits comes a hidden risk: mercury buildup. This is a neurotoxin that can impair memory, concentration, and damage the kidneys. Not all tuna is the same. According to testing by the Food and Drug Administration, albacore tuna, usually labeled white tuna, contains 3 times the mercury levels of light tuna, which is often made from skipjack species. That is why both the Environmental Protection Agency and the Food and Drug Administration recommend consumers, especially seniors, limit albacore to no more than once a week, while light tuna can be eaten 2 to 3 times. For older adults, the issue is even more serious because mercury tends to accumulate in the body over many years. One serving of tuna a day may not cause harm immediately, but over time it contributes to cognitive decline and poor overall health. Therefore, the best approach is to treat tuna as something that requires careful dosage. Light tuna is suitable for frequent meals, while albacore should be saved for rare occasions. 6. Deli meats, ham, turkey, sausages, salami look neat, convenient, and safe behind supermarket packaging, but in reality, they are long-term reservoirs of listeria, a bacteria that can survive and multiply in cold environments, even inside your home refrigerator. History has proven this many times. In 1998, one of the largest listeria outbreaks in the US originated from a sausage and deli meat plant in Michigan, making more than 100 people sick and killing at least 14, most of them seniors. By 2020, another multi-state outbreak reappeared. Nearly all patients were hospitalized, and 3 people over 65 died. Between 1998 and 2018, the Centers for Disease Control recorded over 1,600 cases from deli meats, with a fatality rate of around 20%, higher than most foodborne bacteria. For healthy young people, listeria may only cause stomach discomfort, but for seniors, this bacteria can escape the gut, attack the blood and nervous system, leading to sepsis, meningitis, and death. What is concerning is that the risk does not only come from small local shops. Major brands' sealed packages distributed nationwide have also been recalled for contamination. Just one slicing blade not disinfected or a damp pipe inside a factory is enough to turn an entire batch of deli meat into a dangerous source of infection. Practical advice: if you must eat deli meats, reheat them to 74 degrees Celsius or 165 degrees Fahrenheit before consuming. This simple step can kill the bacteria and greatly reduce risk. But clearly, the initial convenience of this food is no longer as trustworthy as we once believed. 5. Plant-based meat alternatives. Burgers, nuggets, or sausages labeled green and clean have become a major trend over the past decade, advertised as sustainable and healthy. But behind this eat well image lies a series of food safety incidents. In 2022, Beyond Meat had to recall thousands of burger packs after consumers found hard plastic pieces in the product. The same year, Impossible Foods was recalled for mislabeling, failing to declare allergens like soy and wheat. By 2023, a major manufacturer had to pull plant-based nuggets off shelves due to salmonella risk, accompanied by urgent warnings from health agencies. It did not stop there. Inspection reports also pointed to unsanitary equipment in many factories, raising concern about exposure to listeria. This shows the reality: these plant-based meat products are made through complex mechanical processes with multiple grinding, mixing, extruding, and shaping steps. And the more steps, the higher the risk of contamination by foreign objects or bacteria. Unlike a steak or chicken breast, which almost never contains plastic or metal shards, plant-based meat has repeatedly been found with industrial debris. That is a risk few consumers expect when looking at packaging with green fields and cast iron pans printed on it. For seniors who are more vulnerable to bacteria and slower to recover from injuries, these risks are even more dangerous. Sometimes what is called an alternative choice can be riskier than the original food itself. 4. Imported soft cheeses. Brie, camembert, and other soft cheeses often appear on elegant tables paired with crackers and wine. But behind this sophistication lies an ideal environment for listeria to thrive. This bacteria is especially dangerous for seniors because it can enter the blood and nervous system, leading to sepsis or meningitis. The concern is that even pasteurized soft cheeses have been linked to outbreaks when factory sanitation fails. Just one source of contamination in the global supply chain can force dozens of brands and supermarkets to recall products at the same time. For older adults, a slice of soft cheese that looks harmless may become a direct path to the hospital. A safer choice is hard cheeses like cheddar or Swiss. They not only retain rich flavor, but are also far less likely to contain deadly bacteria. 3. Apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches. These fruit puree pouches are marketed as convenient, neat, and suitable for children, caregivers, and even seniors who have difficulty chewing. But in 2023, a wave of products shocked the entire US when tests showed they contained lead levels up to 200 times the legal limit. Lead is a dangerous toxin. For children, it destroys brain development and behavior. For seniors, it causes nerve damage, heart disease, and cognitive decline. The problem is that symptoms do not appear immediately, but instead accumulate silently in the body, making lead one of the most unpredictable contaminants. The image of juicy red apples and cinnamon on the packaging suggests safety and health, but inside is a dangerous lead bomb. This is clear proof that attractive packaging and sweet marketing claims do not always equal safety. The solution for seniors is to choose fresh fruit juices from reputable brands or canned fruit with strict quality controls. 2. Sprouts, alfalfa, mung beans, clover, look fresh, crunchy, and nutritious, but they are frequently named in outbreak investigations linked to salmonella and E. coli. The reason lies in how they are grown. Sprouts need warm and moist conditions to sprout quickly, which are also the perfect conditions for bacteria to thrive. If the seeds were contaminated from the start, bacteria will grow inside the sprout. By the time they reach the plate, washing is nearly useless because bacteria are not only on the surface but spread throughout the structure of the sprout. One batch of contaminated seeds can trigger outbreaks across multiple states since producers often share the same supply sources, and once contaminated sprouts appear in salads, sandwiches, or rolls, the risk spreads instantly. For young people, the result may be mild stomach pain, but for seniors, it can mean hospitalization or even death. The advice from the Centers for Disease Control and the Food and Drug Administration is very clear: seniors should never eat raw sprouts. If you really enjoy the taste, eat them only when cooked. Otherwise, replace them with cucumbers, carrots, or bell peppers for the same crunch with far greater safety. 1. Unpasteurized juice. A glass of fresh apple juice, orange juice, or cider is often advertised as natural and healthy. But behind this freshness are numerous outbreaks tied to E. coli, salmonella, and norovirus. The risk comes from farming and juicing practices. Fruit can pick up bacteria from soil water sources or animal manure in the orchard. No matter how clean the outside looks, the peel can carry bacteria, and once pressed, it goes straight into the juice. Without pasteurization, meaning quick heating to kill the bacteria, every pathogen survives and goes straight into the body. This is especially dangerous for seniors. A weak immune system means a stomach ache can quickly turn into a serious infection requiring hospitalization, and because juice is usually consumed cold without cooking, the risk is even higher. The safe solution is simple: choose pasteurized juice. If buying from a farmer's market or small juice stall, ask the seller carefully. If you are unsure, you can always boil and cool it before drinking. For those who love seasonal cider, plenty of pasteurized versions are available on the market with flavor almost identical to the raw kind. 2 truly safe foods. 1. Canned beans. This is one of the rare options that is both cheap and safe. The canning process with high pressure and high heat kills almost all bacteria, keeping food in a sterile environment. Canned beans are also rich in protein, fiber, and essential minerals like iron and magnesium, nutrients that seniors often lack. The only point to note is the salt content, but just rinsing them under water before use can reduce sodium by nearly half. With convenience, long shelf life, and affordable price, canned beans both save money and give seniors greater peace of mind when cooking. 2. Frozen vegetables. If bagged salads carry risks, frozen vegetables are almost the safe zone in the supermarket. The reason lies in the production process. Most vegetables are quickly blanched with boiling water or steam before freezing, which kills most bacteria. The freezing process stops bacterial growth, preserves nutrients, and ensures food safety until cooked. Research also shows that quick frozen vegetables retain vitamins and minerals better than many fresh vegetables left sitting on store shelves for days. For seniors needing vitamin C, vitamin K, and fiber, options like frozen broccoli, spinach, or peas are reliable choices. The only important rule: always cook them before eating. That way, frozen vegetables are not only convenient and time-saving, but also safe. Very different from bagged raw greens that have been recalled many times. In a world where even seemingly harmless foods can become threats, seniors must stay twice as cautious. Avoid the 9 dangerous foods we just analyzed and confidently choose the 2 proven safe options. If you found this video helpful, do not forget, hit like to support, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss new content, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever encountered a recalled product?